Alright, welcome back to another rambling review. In this review, we're gonna be doing Netflix's Marvel's Defenders. Or the Defenders. Or as I like to call them, the Budget Avengers. This is the culmination of all of the Netflix TV shows coming together, all fucking Avenger style. And this is their season. This is what we've all been waiting for. And stuff. So, let's go. Alright, so this review is going to be kind of different, man, because I'm not going to break it down like episode by episode and all that shit. I'm just going to talk about things that worked with this show and things that didn't. So, one thing I did like about this show is, and this is mostly noticeable in the first couple episodes, maybe like the first two, especially the first episode, whenever the Defenders are apart from each other. Because the first episode, like, they don't even really come together till episode 3. Like, the first episode is mainly, they're all separate. There's none of them are together. And every time they show a different Defender, like if, say if Jessica Jones is on the screen, then there's a blue tint to everything, and you feel like you're watching Jessica Jones' season 1, right? You feel like you feel like that tone. You're watching season 1 of Jessica Jones. Same thing with Daredevil, same thing with Luke Cage, same thing with Iron Fist. If you're watching, if Danny and Colleen are doing something, there's like a greenish, yellowish tint to it, and it feels like you're watching Iron Fist. If you're, watching Matt, Daredevil, you're watching Daredevil do something, then it's a reddish tone, and it feels like you're watching Daredevil. If you're watching Luke Cage and Claire do something, well, then it's a yellowish tone, and it feels like you're watching Luke Cage again, and so, which is cool, which I like that and stuff, man. But they kind of keep it going. They kind of keep going. I think this by the end of the third episode, they kind of phase this out, but they don't phase it out entirely, because in other episodes, when the characters are off by themselves, you do feel like you're watching that character's show. If you get what I'm saying, if that makes any sense. And then, like, on top of that, there's 8 episodes in the season, down from the 5 down from the usual 13. And each character does get an episode or two to them where they're the main focus of the episode. And when you're watching that episode, even if it has the other Defenders in it, or if they're together, it does feel like you're watching that show. But until the last 2 episodes, which a lot of people don't like the last 2 episodes, but I thought the last 2 episodes were the best 2 episodes of the entire damn series. Ooh, they were fucking great. Hey, shit, man. Especially that fight scene of Protect Neck by the Wu-Tang Clan. Woo! I lost my shit when they started fighting to that. I'm gonna just tell you. Right now. But, yeah, like, it was really good. Once again, just like his TV show, Daredevil is the best character in the show, in this season. Daredevil was once again the best character in the season, which doesn't surprise me because I forgot the dude who plays Daredevil, but that dude is an amazing actor. And he, like, and it also helps that the people making Defenders are also the same people that made Daredevil, so it does kind of help. But that doesn't mean the other one. Like, my second favorite character in this season is weird because I didn't really like Jessica Jones' season until, like, I liked it, it was good, it didn't really, like, I think the last half of her season is really, really good. It's just the first half is like, man, it's not bad, but it's not, like, great either. It's not like how, But, like, Jessica was by far my second favorite character in this season, and then Luke being third, and Danny, man. Okay, so did they do a better job in this with Danny than they did in Iron Fist? Yes and no. It seemed like in the middle of the season, like episodes 4 and 5, like the end of episode 3, when he goes to the boardroom, and that's when we see Danny Rand from the comics, man. Like, that's when we see Finn Jones really take on more of the Danny Rand persona from the comics. The cocky, like, really assertive, like, full of confidence dude that we know Danny Rand is in the comics. We see that Danny come out in the end during the boardroom scene and fight at the end of this episode 3. And then through episodes 4 and 5, well, mainly episode 4, we see a better Danny Rand. We see, you know, we see that Danny is growing as a character. Only for whenever he gets kidnapped, like, and then like his interactions with the fingers of the hand, and we'll get to those bastards in a minute, because Jesus Christ, like, he regresses back to that I'm a lost child persona that he had during Iron Fist, and it's like, dude, at this point, can we just Colleen fucking the Iron Fist? Can we just give her the Iron? Anyway, like, but anyway, I mean, I enjoyed Iron. You can watch my review. I did enjoy Iron Fist way more than a lot of other people did. I did enjoy Iron Fist, but I thought Danny was a better, more well-rounded character this time around than he was in his season and stuff. And one thing that was really cool is not only seeing the Defenders themselves on screen together. But during the last 3 episodes, I want to say, maybe it was like last 3 episodes, you get to see a lot of the secondary characters from the other seasons that we've all grown to know and love, like Foggy and Karen and Trish and, what's that dude that works with Jessica? He was a drug addict, but then he becomes like her, I can't remember his name. It's a dude from Spartacus. The guy that was in Spartacus. And then, like, you get to see them, and you get to see, you know, Colleen and Claire. You get to see all these secondary characters that we fell in love with during those seasons of those shows. Misty and stuff. You know, we get to see them interact together and stuff, man. And it's really great. Like I said, the last 2 episodes of this season, oh man, are in my opinion, they are fantastic. I love the last 2. But the problem I think with Danny Rand himself is, I think it's a combination of really, you know what, I think it's really bad, like, not writing for that character, but just the dialogue that he's given to speak. And then Finn Jones' like delivery of these lines. Like, there's this one part, dude, where he's talking to Elektra in the last episode. It was either the last episode or the 6th episode, and he's like, unlike you, you know, like, unlike you, she says something, he says some other shit back, and it was just like the lamest thing you could find. Like, there's no good, but that's not Finn Jones's fault. That's just the dialogue's fault, because I was trying to think about if any of the other Defenders, what they would sound like saying that same shit back to her, and I don't remember what it was. If I can find the scene, I'll put it in, but I don't remember what it was. But it just sounded like, I don't know, there's no way you could say that and make it convincing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was a lot of his problem, man. Like, especially during the part, man, where he completely digresses back into, like, being paranoid of everybody, especially whenever they're trying to explain to him, when they find out that the hand is actually after him and stuff, and like, they're like, you need to lay low, and then him, like, and oh my god, if I have to hear one more time that he is the goddamn immortal Iron Fist and his whole purpose in life is to protect Kunlun, and fucking, we know, motherfucker, we know. We know. You spent 13 episodes telling us. And then 8 episodes in this show telling us. We know. But by the end of the season, I do think Danny is a much better character by the end of the season. I think they all are by the end of the season. Even though they were already great characters to begin with, I think they're all much better characters by the end of the season. Another thing I didn't get either is... Okay, let's talk about the hand. Because I feel like they kind of dropped the ball with the hand a little bit here. Like, yes, the hand, and what I mean by this is, no, the hand was still a major threat throughout this season and stuff. It's just, they kind of, especially the 5 fingers of the hand, man, they kind of dropped the ball with them. Because think back to Daredevil and Iron Fist, how, because okay, so the 5 fingers of the hand are Alexandra, something or another, Sigourney Weaver's character, Madame Gao, Bakudo, some African dude named Sawande, and then this other Japanese guy who was apparently he was over Nobu's section of the hand. And he was supposed to be the most, I remember Stick said this dude was like the most vicious member of the hand. But like when that dude, he's like, when that dude gets involved, like shit's really going, it's like over, shit is over, it's going down. Yeah, here's the thing, every time the other fingers of the hand show up, they always get their asses handed to them. by the Defenders. Like, dude, I don't think they won one fight. And even if it wasn't, it wasn't them, it was Elektra handing their ass to them. So, like, it was like, dude, what the hell? And I don't really understand what their plan was. Because, I mean, I understand what their plan was. It's just, it seemed like their plan changed like 3 times during the show, man. Or at least the way they explained it changed like 3 times during the show. Because at first it was like they want to go back to Kunlun. That was like the first thing. But then it's like, y'all keep saying that Kunlun is destroyed every time y'all run into Danny. One of you runs into Danny, you're like, oh, you failed Kunlun. Kunlun is dead. But then your whole thing is you want to get back to Kunlun. Okay. Alright, then the second thing was they want to get the substance and live forever. That was the second. I don't know if it was a part of the plan or if it was the same plan. Like, they don't really explain this a lot. They just kind of, you just kind of have to go with it. And then you're like, what the fuck? Like, okay. And then at the end, Elektra's plan was to get the substance and rule over everybody. Out of the Dragon Bones that were underneath New York City. I don't, that's as good as I can get it. But, yeah, so, the hand. And as far as the 5 fingers go, man, they like, dude, those dudes, like, like, they should have been mini bosses on the way to, like, Elektra, because yes, Elektra is the main villain of this season. She does end up being the main villain of the season. And by far, Elektra is the best character in the show, other than Daredevil. Of the hand characters, Elektra is the best character. That scene where she's walking through Matt's apartment, and she curls up on his bed, and goes to sleep, oh my god, that was like a heart, just ripping out my heartstrings, man. She was, at that point, she was like a little child, man, but that's what made her remember who she was. And it wasn't out of character for her to become like that at the end. Because, if you remember during Daredevil Season 2, when she was training with Stick, that's what Stick was scared of. And that's what she was scared of, and that's what Matt was scared of. That she really enjoyed being evil and stuff. But so, you know, it doesn't really, you know, like, but the rest of them, remember how menacing Gal was, and how like menacing Bakudo was in Iron Fist, like, and every time they show up to get their asses kicked, man, like every time. But yeah, it was just a lot of weird decisions with this season. Was it the best Netflix season? No, but it was better than yeah. I mean, it was good though. I mean, like I said, the last two episodes, man, more than make up for the rest of the fucking series, man. Just seeing them together, working together, and like I said, that scene where they fight together with the Wu-Tang Clan's "Protect Your Neck" playing in the background, man. Oh man, I like lost my shit. I was on this couch like, fuck yeah, while rapping the lyrics, cause fucking I love some Wu-Tang Clan. I've been loving some Wu-Tang Clan since 1993. And fucking, since the fucking album that song came out on Enter the 36 Chambers. 93. It's one of my favorite songs when I was growing up. But, damn, man, like, but getting back to what I was saying earlier about how the different shows, like, even the musical cues for each show were done with each character and stuff, man. But it was just, yeah, but yeah, it was all like, going back, like, one of my favorite things is every time somebody would say something that was like fantastical or mystical or something, Jessica was just like, oh god damn it. They're in this shit. But all in all, this was a really, really good season of TV. If you haven't seen Defenders yet, I highly recommend you go out and check it out. It's good, it's well worth it's only 8 episodes, it's well worth the watch. I give it a 8 out of 10. 7.5, 8 out of 10. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell so you'll know whenever I upload. And as always, motherfuckers, never forget.
I hate you, I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.